Merry Christmas, y'all.
Oh yeah, baby, it's time again. Yep, got my house shoes on. You guys probably understand already what time it is. It's time for another man cave update. I got my dress socks and flip-flops. How stylish is that? No worries, guys. Just came in from doing a little seasonal Christmas shopping, and had a few moments here, and I was kicking it in the man cave, and I was looking around the room, and I thought, man, it's time again. Let's do a little quick man cave update. It's not going to be anything earth-shattering or anything, but there are a couple of things that I've added to the man cave recently that I wanted to document. But as always, I do always post them on my YouTube channel to let you guys know about the new findings here, or the new additions, if you will, to the man cave. And as some of my recent commenters have dubbed it, I got my trusty cup of Bill Gates piss here. I'm going to go ahead and take a swig. I think I'll go ahead and go over these first. It is Christmas, of course, and I got a few dancing critters. We didn't put those in the living room this year, so I put those in the man cave this year. You got to be festive, you know, even if you're just kicking it alone. You got to have some kind of mark of the season. Over here I've got my dancing Santa band. I won't crank them up for you or nothing because I think some of them's batteries are dead. But we got Walkman Santa, the bass guitar blues Santa, and the Elvis Santa. How can you have Christmas without the Elvis Santa? I don't understand it. Here we have the Christmas frog. He ribbits. I think he works. Hear him? He ribbits jingle bells. How corny is that? Here, I've dubbed this guy Crack Santa. He looks like he's high on crack or coke. He's all coked up. It's Santa Claus. Anyway, guys, those are just the seasonal little additions there. But more importantly, my new additions this year are my little bobbleheads. This is, of course, from the immortal classic Christmas Story, one of my favorite Christmas movies. I'll start first with the old man. There he is, the old man, standing there. It's, of course, a likeness of Darren McGavin, the actor who played the old man in A Christmas Story, standing there proudly with his major award. Yes, it's my major award. Hey, Bumpus, get over here and get your stinking dogs. Serves you right, you smelly buggers. Anyway, guys, here's Ralphie. This is Bunny Suit Ralphie. He looks like a pink nightmare. He does too. He looks like a deranged Easter bunny. Well, the detail on these bobbleheads are pretty. These knockerhead things are pretty cool. I mean, you really can tell what movie they're from. So I went ahead and sprung for them. It's kind of my own little gift to myself this season. Give me some cheesy knockerheads from one of my favorite Christmas movies. Anyway, they're going to hang out in the man cave at least for the Christmas and New Year's season, and hopefully I'll just keep them in the local closet in this room and get them out every year. To the bigger things that I've added to the man cave, there are a couple of poster additions here. Let's just go right up behind these guys. Bam! That one kind of hits you in the face, don't it? A little bit of a glare. Yeah, there we go. Another classic. I got to thinking the other day, you know, I can't go for too long without watching Clint Eastwood movies of some kind. Dirty Harry stands out. It's one of those kind of like a B Junior classic. I can watch that movie any day of the week. And if you got to think back, Dirty Harry's just not your run-of-the-mill action fare for Clint Eastwood. This movie was actually based on true-life events of the Zodiac Killer of the late 60s and early 70s. They just kind of put the Clint Eastwood spin on it and took their cues from the real-life subject matter of those other events. Although a lot of people don't realize that, but the Scorpio killer in there, get it, Scorpio, Zodiac, played by Andy Robinson, who's one of the most chilling performances I've ever seen that man play in a movie. He's a self-proclaimed or a proclaimed pacifist by nature in real life, but he plays one of the most scoundrel, just down and dirty psychos I've ever seen in my life in Dirty Harry. Dirty Harry was a bit darker in tone. It was more of it wasn't so much an action movie, it was more like a thriller, with the lone killer loose in the city, and then Dirty Harry, of course, being the cop with a badge, who's basically a hunter with a badge, with his big 44 Magnum there going around town in the movie looking for the psycho killer. There again, I've always been a fan of true crime for some odd reason. I like the true crime accounts of things that have happened in modern American history. things like the Zodiac Killer, things of that nature. It's always fascinated me, the things that have happened in our history. This being kind of a takeoff of the real true life events. Some other notable things in that movie. This isn't really a review, but if you've ever seen the movie Zodiac or studied anything about the Zodiac Killer of the late 60s, early 70s of the San Francisco area, he taunts the San Francisco Chronicle in real life, and he also does it in this movie. They even get likenesses of the letters from the Scorpio Killer and Dirty Harry to look like the real-life Zodiac Killer. And he also, in Dirty Harry, the killer hijacks a school bus in the finale of the movie, whereas one of the most famous Zodiac letters that were written in real life was how he was goading the San Francisco police that he was, or kind of bragging that he was going to sniper children as they were coming off a bus and pick off the little darlings was the words that he used. And anyway, we're getting a little dark and going down the dark road of American history there, but enough of that. Let's get more down to the cool stuff of the man cave. Clint Eastwood, Dirty Harry. It is a real basic poster. It's a 27 by 40 one-sheet reproduction poster. It is, of course, not an original. Did a little research on these, trying to find these original, especially the 70s Clint Eastwood Dirty Harry movies. They're about next to extinct. If you do find one, people are going to want a few $100s up to $1,000 for these posters, and especially if they're in real good shape. I went with the reproduction because it looks really cool in the man cave. I mean, how much more manly can you get? Big likeness of Clint Eastwood there, big 44 Magnum in your face, broken glass. One man, lone against the city. Let's read the tagline. Dirty Harry Callahan. Or excuse me, Detective Harry Callahan. He doesn't break murder cases. He smashes them. Anyway, kind of corny and cheesy, but it looks great in the man cave. Another thing that I had on the man cave wall some time ago on the opposite wall was this little frame I put together on my own. These are lobby cards that came with my Good, Bad, and the Ugly special edition DVD. I had this on the opposite wall at one time, and I took it down to put up my First Blood poster over there on the other side. I wanted to put this one back up, and I didn't notice it till I put this frame back up that I put together, that it basically matches the Dirty Harry poster. Coincidence? It is truly a coincidence because some of the key colors in a lot of these lobby cards tie in with the orange and reds of that poster. Plus it's a white and black frame. It just kind of, one of those weird situations where I didn't plan it and it just kind of worked out. But it looks kind of cool there on the wall. Gives it something to fill up the old ugly paneling back there. So kind of going around this one. They of course had the American one sheet poster there. I believe this is the German Good, Bad, and the Ugly poster, Japanese, Italian, and I believe that's French. The Le Bon, Le Brut, Le Tron. I don't know French, guys. I probably just murdered that. Sorry, guys. And what I did was, with those lobby cards, I made this one up here on the top from a couple of pics I found off the internet. And also did a little likeness of him there towards the end of Good, Bad, and the Ugly when he kind of dons the man with no name clothing for the big shootout finale in the graveyard at the end of the movie. So I thought it turned out really well because I needed a western on the wall, and I felt like this one really tied it in. It just worked so well with the Dirty Harry. I'm not trying to build an altar to Dirty Harry or Clint Eastwood for that matter, but I definitely needed some Clint on the wall, and it was kind of a twofer. It handled the action needs for a poster, and it also handled the western needs. But enough about Clint Eastwood, guys. Moving up here, I went ahead and got out a couple of my laser discs out of my laser disc collection, a couple of my foldables. Sorry about the glare. They made good decorations. Escape from New York being one of my favorite John Carpenter films, one of the most watched. And of course Braveheart. People say what they want about Mel Gibson. He still made some great pictures over the years, and I don't really care what's going on in his private life, because it's all media hype for the most part, and I'm not even going to go there, not going to touch that one. But Mel Gibson Braveheart Laserdisc, I've always liked that fold out, and they made pretty good decor up there on the top shelf. And that's really the gist of this Man Cave update, just the seasonal Merry Christmas to you out there, and want to just kind of show off the new one-sheet poster, Dirty Harry, and the western frame that I've kind of put together from the lobby cards of Good, Bad, and the Ugly. Couple laser discs thrown up there for cheapo decor. Yeah, anyway, nothing much else different in the equipment. Still got the little stand there, the same TV, Blu-ray, HD DVD player. I did, however, pull up the other little DVD player that I showed you before. I pulled that one up because I found that it plays some PAL format DVDs that I've been watching here lately, so worked out pretty nice. There again, dudes, I'll go back to where I started here. Just a quickie today, just to let you guys know where I stand in the man cave as far as decor. Keep watching, guys. Stay tuned. There'll be more to come for sure. Take care, and I'll see you next time.
Can I refill your eggnog for you? Get you something to eat? Drive you out to the middle of nowhere? Leave you for dead?
No, I'm doing just fine, Clark. Just glad to be here.